Hiya folks, my name is Father John Cervini. I am a helper here in the parish of St. John's in Riverhead. I'm a retired Catholic priest, a missionary for 17 years for our diocese in Rockville Center. Before that I was pastor in Wyandanch for 15 years. I was invited just to talk a little bit about social ministry at the mission, and I would just say this, that we have been down there serving in your name for over 41 years. I was the last priest from the diocese to be there for 17 years. We were involved with Bishop Jose Gurrion, Australia, the bishop in San Juan de la Maguana, and for 41 years your church has been working with basic Christian communities in what we would call theologically liberation theology. Liberation theology is very simple: to look at what is the reality of the village, where is the pain in the people in that village, how can we make a decision to change that pain, then once that decision is made, an action that brings about that change. In this particular area of social ministry, we had all the liturgies in the mountains, the liturgy of the Word, Old Testament, New Testament, Gospel, Prayer of the Faithful, people trained to give spiritual reflections. We also had to work with health. The bishop wanted us involved with health. We worked with invited U.S. Peace Corps volunteers. All of them were graduates from engineering schools. And in your name, we've been able to build 23 aqueducts in my time there, and now they're up to at least 25. And what it does is it brings clean, fresh water to people along the mountains that just have a devastated river, because the rivers are all impure. In the 50s and 60s, Trujillo, the dictator, cut every tree down as far as you could see, and all the human feces, animal feces, washed into the river. So the rivers are all impure. But we brought pure drinking water, and it changed the lives of the women. They no longer carried water on their heads from the river. Their backs were healthier, the necks were healthier, the children did not have distended stomachs. And so in your name we were able to build 25 aqueduct systems and many other different projects dealing with health. We had nurses coming down, we had the nurses from different nursing schools. We have St. Vincent de Paul helping with food baskets and even building little wood-framed homes up in the mountains. And a basket a month for people who are very poor up in the mountains, giving them 3 or 4 days extra food, because there are no social safety nets there. We were involved with Bishop Jose for spirituality, health, agriculture. Agriculture, we had nurseries. The nurseries were growing fruit trees because the mountains were deforested by the dictator. The fruit trees would be growing oranges, coffee, lemons, chocolate, avocados, mangoes, all organic, teaching them how to transfer fruit trees to be organic farming, and it was done by worm farms next to each nursery. The excretion from the worms became the soil for the fruit trees that made it all organic. We were asked by the bishop to be involved in education. We invited the Jesuits. The Jesuits, you know, Pope Francis is a Jesuit. They have, in South America, Central America, and the Caribbean, an international educational institute called Fe y Alegria, Faith and Joy. Fe y Alegria worked with us to build St. Francis Xavier Grammar School. 325 kids go to school, from the poorest of the poor, in the neighborhoods around the school. We now have a high school named after Pope Francis, St. Francis of Assisi. 170 kids graduated this May from, and now we also have, if I can remember, we're building a vocational technical school called Holy Family with all of BOCES trades: electricity, carpentry, woodworking, hairdressing, plumbing, all of those trades. Why? Why is that important? The kids will graduate from school with an academic degree and a degree in the trades, certification in the trades. But it's important because in my 17 years there, 15,000 Dominicans tried to sneak into Puerto Rico to make a living, and they died in the Caribbean. They collected all their money, the coyotes abandoned them in the middle of the, the Caribbean, on boats. They took off to let the people die, 15,000. a vocational technical school will kill the incentive to have to leave our village in order for greener pastures, because then with their education they could start their own business or be hired by somebody. So Catholic social justice is centralized on 5 themes, and then I will stop. The first is the dignity of the human person, which started in Santo Domingo at a homily by Friar Montesino, and it caught on in the Catholic Church as the modern social justice central teaching, the dignity of the human person. Along with that is solidarity, subsidiarity, and a number of other aspects. So thank you for the chance to be able to share quickly with you. Keep the people in the mission in your prayers. They pray for you because of the support from the Church of Rockville Center for over the years. Tremendous change has occurred because of your generosity. So if you love social justice, I would encourage you to read the latest encyclical of Pope Francis. He signed it in Assisi, Italy this past week. It's on fraternity, global fraternity, how it's needed literally around the world. Read 1 chapter a day. There are 8 chapters, and in 1 week you will have read the whole encyclical. Don't bite it off all at once, it's too much. But you will be enriched by your love for Catholic social justice. So thank you.